Insomniac's Spider-Man is one of the best Spider-Man stories ever written. As a massive comic book fan, Spider-Man has always been my favorite superhero. I've read the comic books throughout the years, and I can confidently say, as an absolute Spider-Man fanatic, Insomniac's Spider-Man captures the essence and facets of Peter Parker and Spider-Man that a few stories do. Spider-Man has always had one of the best rogue galleries in comic book history. Insomniac uses many of those villains to create a memorable story that leaves a lasting impression. One of those villains would be Dr. Octavius, who has been rewritten to be Peter's research leader as they work on advanced prosthetics. Peter is initially shown to have a deep connection to Octavius, as they both use their gift of intellect and science to make the world a better place. Octavius later obsesses over research of prosthetics while revealing to Peter that he has a neuromuscular disease that will forcibly immobilize him soon. Peter warns him of the danger of such rushing research will result in mental deterioration. This leads to him remembering and being angered by the past transgressions of Stone Glory from Osborn and his feeling of helplessness in general, turning him into a supervillain. I personally like all these changes that Insomniac made with Octavius, starting by making it so that Peter and Octavius have a personal connection. Peter sees Octavius as a role model, an intellectually gifted man who sees it as his responsibility to use that intellect to make the world a better place. This ideal warps during his mental deterioration, changing into the idea that the intellectually gifted are meant to lead the world, and that themselves are a higher being. The role model dynamic changes into the principle of two sides of the same coin. Their ideologies clash during their final battle and ultimately highlights what Peter believes in, that his intellectual gift is a gift for everyone and it's his responsibility to make the world a better place, even outside of being Spider-Man. This is even highlighted early in the story when it's told that Peter Parker chooses to work with Octavius and endure financial hardship instead of working with Oscorp. Peter chooses to dedicate his personal life outside of the suit to be a hero, because he fundamentally believes he should, and not because he can. As Peter wins the final battle against Octavius, and succeeds in getting the only complete vaccine to cure New York of a dangerous pathogen named Devil's Breath, one of the people who is affected by said pathogen is Aunt May, who is slowly dying, leading to Peter rushing back to her with a cure. Right before Peter sees her, he finds out that he can either use the vaccine on one person or to use it as a base for creating copies of it, both choices using up the single vaccine. Peter then must make the decision of saving his aunt or saving the whole city, leading to a decision that completes his character arc that he started way back when Uncle Ben died. Peter talks to Aunt May as Spider-Man, but she reveals that she's always known that Peter was Spider-Man, and she's always been proud of him for all the good things he's done. Peter exclaims that he does not know what to do, but Aunt May tells him that he does know before she slowly passes away. Peter gets the urge to use the vaccine to save Aunt May, as she does right in front of him, but goes against his judgment to do the right thing. This scene captures the essence of Spider-Man and draws parallel from his origin story, where he loses Uncle Ben due to him not having a sense of responsibility, where Aunt May dies due to him having one. It exemplifies the core of what makes Peter a hero. It isn't his set of powers that let him do superhuman things, but it's the fact that he chooses to do the right thing even when it comes with a personal price. He often endures financial struggles, damages his personal relationships, and general hardships in his daily life from being Spider-Man. Being Spider-Man and its difficulties he comes with isn't a life he is forced to have, but chooses so anyway since he believes that it's the right thing to do. Aunt May's death is the quintessential test of this belief, as he has to sacrifice the only parental figure he has left in his life. Insomniac's Spider-Man always understood that Peter's and Spider-Man's responsibilities are intermingled with each other. Peter will always suffer but never benefit from this relationship, and the worst of this sometimes comes at the cost of a loved one. Despite that, he still chooses to persevere and be Spider-Man because he believes that his powers are meant to help others and never himself. Insomniac's Spider-Man is one of the best Spider-Man stories ever written, as it captures what Spider-Man stands for. Many games and stories can capture his interesting powers or his enduring quips, but often fail when it comes to his complexity as a character. Insomniac's Spider-Man is one of those few stories that capture all three and wove it into a whole package in a video game medium like no other. It reminded me why I love Spider-Man and why he will always be one of my biggest role models in my life.